Put my glasses on, need those. Right.
Go! Whoa!
Remove that marker off the map. Right, where else do we need to go? Last stream we had to find a ring, which I managed to find off stream, and found out it was in a biscuit you had to eat, which is kind of cool. Instead of just actually picking it up off the table, you had to eat it. Oh, leveled up in vitality. %20 faster when sprinting. That is what I need. Yeah, that is a lot better. Zoom. Fast as fuck, boy. Right. Still the shoes, still the rosary, still the book. Brother Anthony is over there. I think... he has a dog. Oh, he has 2 dogs. They're not alerted though. Hello. I somehow distract them with Mutt.
Good day. Oh, you pooch. Sit and bark. Get out of here, Mutt.
Right, where is that book? This one? Pretty straightforward.
The Lord be with you.
Hmm.
What was that sound? You've no business here. Good. And don't come back till you've learned your manners.
Don't mind me. Wasn't doing anything. I have to rub it off of her. Where's she going now? Is she coming out? No.
Everything's there. Nothing's missing. What was that sound? Why are you bothering me again? Go away. Good. And don't come back till you've learned your manners.
The thievery has been detected. Uh-oh. I haven't... Who's reported me though? Ah, for fuck's sake. Maybe it's best to do this during the night then?
Ow! Here it is. The shiny little bugger. That daft old crone really did make it into a pie.
Let's fast forward the time where everyone is in bed. Oh, Jesus Christ, I need to go to sleep.
Better not forget about that council assembly.
That's not timed, is it? Is that quest timed? Maybe it is.
What was that sound?
For fuck's sake.
What is this racket here?
Oh my god.
Right, I suppose it was nothing.
I hope he wasn't chasing anyone's chickens again.
I could use some sleep.
Let's hope he doesn't open that door. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now it's lockpicked. Or locked.
I could use some sleep.
No, I know.
You shouldn't be walking around without a light.
Someone's right there. Where's his shoes? Gotta look for them quick. Someone's looking around for me.
Why is this open? There's nobody here. Shit. I wonder if anything's missing.
Ah,
Better look at my
shit.
chests.
Nothing's missing. Everything's fine. He's not going to climb up here, though, is he? Now's the time to go. Where is it, Matt?
What the? I thought I'd closed it. Huh? Fooling around with that. Shit.
Where is she? Upstairs. The hell? Ah, it's in here. She put it away. Come on.
What's that noise?
Fuck.
What's going on here? You've no business here. Good. And don't come back till you've learned your manners.
I could use some sleep.
Are they asleep? I think he's gone upstairs, hasn't he? Ooh. They have to be in a chest somewhere. Gonna be in here then, isn't it? The chest is right there as well, next to them. I don't think the shoes are... Oh, hold on, they're right there. He did say they're behind the door, didn't he? I forgot about that. Oh, now I'm stuck in Mark.
I could lay down for a bit.
Could do with that, do I still have it? No, I don't have a perk point to spend on it. I think it was the lockpick sounds. Yeah, you're almost silent when using a lockpick. Yeah, could do with that. Unless what I do, hang on. The keys. Grab the keys.
Getting quite tired.
Sleeping in the little barn here, is he?
Use a nap. I've got everything.
You do? God's nails, you really did it.
Why wouldn't I?
I wasn't so convinced you'd succeed.
What to do now? Do you want me to plant it on him?
No. That is... leave it to me. Just give me the loot and I'll plant it on him myself.
Don't you think I should do it? If you're caught, you'll look like the thief. They'll drive you out of the village and you'll lose Ursula forever.
Not to worry. My master sometimes sends me to Pavetzes, so no one will pay any attention to me.
Are you sure? Won't Pivets be keeping an eye on you on account of Ursula?
He doesn't even notice I exist. Never mind watching me. I'm just dirt to him.
Oh, he went to the bother of threatening you, though. I don't think
it's
this is
true.
a good idea.
It'll be all right, trust me. I know him like the back of my hand.
Supposing I helped you, I could distract his attention while you're planting the stuff.
Nonsense. He'd never fall for it.
Why are you so dead set against it?
What do you mean? You're just imagining things. Give me the loot, and I'll take care of the rest.
And can I be sure you'll really do it?
Give it to
Yeah.
me, for fuck's sake.
Is he just taking?
You've no intention of planting it on him, have
Yeah,
you?
is he just taking all
What's it
the?
to you?
So I'm right. But why?
Because Ursula will never be mine anyway. So why even bother fucking
Yeah,
with Pivette?
he's just a
Then
thief.
why did you get me to steal those things?
So I'd have enough to go to Kuttenberg and train as a journeyman.
But if you leave now, everyone will connect you with the thefts. You'll never be able to come back here again.
I know. But if I stay here, I'll never be anything more than a poor labourer. This way, I have a chance to make something of my life.
Even at the price of losing Ursula?
You said yourself she'd never be mine.
Maybe. But this way, you'll never see her again. And she'll think of you for the rest of her life as a shameless thief. Is that what you want?
It'd be better never to see her again than to watch her day after day, knowing I can't even touch her. So you know the truth. What now?
Hmm.
No, I won't give you a thing. You tricked me.
You did trick me.
Why, you? I'm warning you. If you don't give me those things, I'll report you for stealing them.
Don't piss me off, or something might happen to you.
You wouldn't do that.
And who's to stop me?
What about the others?
Seriously? Like anyone would give a damn about you.
Christ! All right. Just keep them. Only leave me be.
What do I do with this stuff now? I suppose I could give it to the priest, or return it to its rightful owners.
Give it to the priest then, I suppose. Can't be bothered to return it to all the individual owners again.
I could lay down for a bit.
Is he in here? No.
I could use a nap. Father,
Yes, my son.
I found some things stashed away. I think they were hidden by some thief, and I'd like to return them. But I don't know who they belong to.
I'll be glad to take them and see that they get back into the right hands.
Here they are.
The Lord will repay your good deed, lad.
That book. I can read, haha. I'll read it and then I'll return it.
I could lay down for a bit.
I know, I know. Jesus Christ. For fuck's sake. Yes?
I surrender!
Ah, you've been loitering around where you shouldn't have. Don't think we're...
Yeah,
You've been
return those
accused of
items.
theft. You'll pay a fine.
Utter nonsense, all of this. You're keeping me from an important mission. You'll have to answer to the nobility for this.
Oh, I apologize, my lord.
He needs to sleep. Father, isn't this your manuscript?
Let's see. It is! My God! I've been looking all over for it. If you only knew how much time I've invested in it. Scientia est potentia. Thank you very much, my son.
You're welcome, Father.
Right, now I need to get some sleep somewhere. I am cooked. Okay, can't wash myself for that.
I'm exhausted.
Be careful. Not safe.
Didn't I read that? Already read that. Where do we go to get some sleep though? We can go up there. Oh, that's Matthew's camp. I don't think we can... Well, I suppose we can go back up here. There'll be a bed here somewhere.
What's that? There's nothing going on here.
I could use a nap. Whoa!
Just what we
Could use
need.
some sleep. I ought to go and see Rosa. She'll be expecting me. And I mustn't forget about the city council.
Right. That takes some fast traveling though. Fuck's sake.
Stop for a moment.
Oh, it's these guys again. I can't save the fucking game either.
You want to try me?
Sorry, Matt. Ow.
What do you want?
Fuck's sake. Ow. But, come on.
Show your stuff.
You've no chance against me!
Shut up!
Wow, that was a lot easier than the second time. Guess it's a different group of Inquisitors, maybe? It's not really worth... Oh, there's a perch down there. Do need to eat. We've got those sausages. Didn't really get anywhere, did we?
I won't make it to the council assembly at this rate.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Good doggy. Good boy. Easy. Good horse.
Around the back, is it? Down this way, down the alleyway. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Nope.
Whoa.
Where is it? It's not in here, is it? The tavern? No, it's around the back.
What's going on? Well, it seems like this was a waste of time. Hold your horses. What are you barging in here for?
I'm going to see Sir Ulrich Vavak on a most urgent matter.
As usual. Hurry then.
He upstairs, is he? Yeah. Oh.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the city council assembly, and I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Sigismund's just a usurper. Wenceslas is the only true Bohemian king.
Singing Ruthard's song, eh? I might have known. Speak then. What do you want? And tell the truth.
Well, I just want to climb the social ladder a bit. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
And could you not choose a different occasion for that?
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
I must have misheard you. Our business will be over when I say it is, not before. So pull your head out your ass and see to getting me into that assembly.
All right, Jesus. No need to lose your temper. You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a
Cool
boozer,
down.
but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners, and the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
I mean,
no.
I
But I never heard
don't really
about
have a
any
torn
livery
shirt, but
before.
I do have
Our
blood all
usual
over my
waiter
face
had a
and my
brand
clothes.
new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is Zum Eisernen Adler.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
So we need to obtain the waiter's clothes. And what else was it? And the certificate.
Huh?
Greetings!
Well, he said it would be around here to pick up the clothes at the tailor's. That's him, right? That's the waiter.
God bless you, sir.
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I should have
I am.
cleaned myself
And who
first.
might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
But the thing is, that job is just my thing. And a fella could easily disgrace himself in front of the king. Do you feel up to it?
Look here.
It's gaslighting.
It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see.
Hmm.
All right then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Slightly.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right, all right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not. Take care.
Right. What is it then? The royal waiter's hat. Coat. No gloves. What about the boots? No boots? Just wear some random boots? Make sure I'm not missing anything. Can I wear extra stuff? Or do I have to wear just those waiter clothes? Let's not risk it. Go and find a trough somewhere to quickly wash ourselves.
Easy. Nice and slow. Whoa!
Who am I speaking to here?
Excuse me.
All decent Christians are asleep at this
Ah.
hour.
Okay. I'll have to wait. Where's that innkeeper?
Greetings. Farewell.
You won't give me a bed? Do I have to wait then?
Praise to be Jesus Christ. Good day.
This is... Might as well travel back over there and then sleep over there again.
Greetings to you.
These damn stairs. Hello?
Franta cooldown.
Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on.
Franta's
I
not
need to be wearing my
What's
clothes.
wrong with him?
He got as drunk as a lord. Totally pie-faced. Then he fell into a ditch, and now he's staggering around the streets, God knows where.
I might have expected. Once, he turned up with a hangover, and as soon as he smelt wine, he threw up all over the chapel door. I told him if that ever happened again, he was for the boot. Oh, well, you'll have to take his place for today. I've no time to find someone else. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You know a good waiter by his properly seated cap, and you don't have one at all. Without a tunic, you're no right. Have you forgotten your hose? I can't. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber. You don't want to be dragging a load. The royal waiter's livery has strict rules. So get changed quick and
Right. All good.
Here I am.
let's have a look at you then. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all.
Okay.
When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjit stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
To stay in the background and keep quiet until someone asks me something.
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't need any interruptions. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
Just
Can you
go.
tell me once more what
Go
I
for
have
it
to do?
once more.
Are you soft in the... Don't pour
Yeah, I know
Adam
that.
Zarjitz, red monastery wine, white Tokai by the door to the chapel. Got
Okay,
it?
that's it. Yep, alright.
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
The city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons. Unverzüglich.
There are the
Our
pictures of
current
wine.
Waffenarsenal is a joke.
Hopefully I won't
and on
splash
top of
anyone's
that,
shoes.
The army was requisitioning
Hey,
from it.
waiter, pour me some
Should the
Tokai.
town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
Takai was
I'm
white,
saying
right?
that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That
Who wanted...
boy.
Are you deaf or something?
Hand
Why?
cannon.
White.
Can you believe it?
Excuse me.
Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them. Since you're a gunsmith.
I apologise, sir.
What are you implying,
white?
Friedrich?
Are you colorblind?
All I'm saying
White.
is that they
I have white.
them.
There you
Herr
go.
God. It is eine Schande when outlaws
Sir?
have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr
Thank you,
König
waiter.
surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend
I'd like some monastery
yourselves
wine.
with a
Refill
few
my cup,
rusty
boy.
halberds.
And who is it you
Um,
want to fight, exactly? The
That's not a
merciful
good
King
idea, sir.
Sigismund
This is
providing us with
unbelievable.
protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
I'm just a messenger.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
To what then? And a full cup. We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies. Nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe
It's quite
if he
cool.
waived some of the taxes.
Very relaxing job.
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfer...
I reckon he's going to ask again for wine, isn't he? He's just... He's staring right at me. Does not like me.
And see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean
I'd like
baths
some
or
monastery wine.
brothels?
Refill my cup, boy.
Isn't it the same
I'm sorry, sir. Orders from above.
This is
So, the
unbelievable.
cleanliness of the city is not
You there,
what it
a
should
word.
be. The current
Me?
baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
Is everything all right?
No. But
But a
there's
woman
nothing you
named
can
Betty
do
has
about
showed
it.
up and
Come
hovering
closer.
to repair the baths that used to...
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Certainly, sir. I'll be right back.
Come back with it straight away, understood?
I don't... should I have done this? I don't know if I should have agreed.
So
I need to be here at all times.
Is neither a civic duty nor
I'll be
a
fast.
Have you forgotten the Black Death?
Silver
A
trinket.
great many people
It's a
died
stolen cup. Yep.
needlessly.
Nice.
Are you questioning
Whose
God's
silver might
plan?
this be?
The Black Death had nothing to do with the bath.
So, did you find it?
Yes, I have the trinket.
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way.
Waiter, pour
At
me
least
red
until His
wine.
Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage.
Sorry.
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me?
Well,
I'm not sure what you're implying.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding.
You stop...
We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
Yeah, move on the way.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours,
boy,
as I've heard,
full cup
then we
of
have a good
monastery
reason
wine.
to punish him.
What happened
Monastery
there?
wine. Is that
Leave
red
nothing
wine?
out?
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it.
Sir?
I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's
Thank you, waiter.
grossly exaggerated. I don't think Ruthard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first.
I fancy some Tokai.
Knows what
Refill,
he wants to
boy.
tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
I'm sorry, Andreas,
Sir?
but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling
Well,
us the
thank
whole
the
truth,
Lord.
Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of lying?
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did
Where's
they?
the king
Then
then?
why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Ruthard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Ruthard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts?
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore
Wonder if I
the
can talk to the
tradition of
bailiff.
duels.
Hey there.
It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the
Hey.
rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want.
Wonder if I can talk to the
suspect
bailiff
the
about
gentleman from the
that other
city's
quest.
sword-fighting school brought this custom
About
to
all the
us.
information I'm
It's
getting
now
from the
run
guild.
by
Hey,
the German
a full
Menhard.
cup of
Who knows
monastery
who
wine.
that fellow is?
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself.
Sir?
And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof.
Don't hang around me.
We're not
Vanish,
some
you hear me?
fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Be
Proven
quiet.
offences are punished by the bailiff.
Hey!
And that's that.
Waiter!
There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing
you
than
want
the
me?
open contempt of the whole
Refill,
town
sir?
garrison.
Do you think I
The
come to the
guards are
council just to
apparently
guzzle
settling
wine?
accounts their
Come
own.
here!
Will soon be the last.
What do you want
Can I
now?
help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear...
The town council is squabbling constantly.
All right.
I knew I could... While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
What?
Because I'm bored. And because I told you. Get on with it.
Ah, to hell with it.
Alright.
We'll never get anywhere like this.
How many wings there are? Right, the wings. Wings,
And he
wings,
wanted me to count the winged figures.
winged figures. Do it quickly. One. Two. Three. 4. 5, 6. 7. 8. Am I missing one here? 9. 10, maybe?
So, let...
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
16? 24? I'm just going to go 16 because I couldn't even give it
I
16.
counted 16, sir.
And did you count all the monsters and animals?
Oh.
Yeah, you
I
didn't
thought
tell me to
meant
do
they were
that.
The angels.
Go back to serving wine.
There is the eternal dispute over the
I did count all. Well,
The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses.
maybe there were more.
Village with the monastery.
A cup of
And they
bread.
are going to mock a
And
oil
don't
mining
you
city.
skimp
Why
on
can't
me.
we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are
Sir?
the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
You, lad!
Besides,
You look
I get the
familiar to
feeling
me.
there's something other than
Have
the
we
welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And
really
what
couldn't
would
say,
that be?
sir.
Like, for instance,
I have a
that you
feeling
like to
I've
have
spoken
your
with
own
you
altar
before,
there.
too.
So what if I
Or
would?
with someone who
your
looks
horses,
a hell of a
gentlemen.
lot like you.
That space in the side nave is mine.
Then
Yeah, that's
Henry's
cool.
is over, my friend.
But it's not me,
Your
mate.
place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
Must be someone
Swordsmith
else.
dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just
Hey,
like
boy.
you bought yourself a seat
Full
in this
cup of
council.
monastery wine. How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment
Good.
to the army.
Now run along.
If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Hopbrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because
You there,
it has
lad,
all been
a cup of
sorted
red.
out.
And don't you skip
Not long
on me.
ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
Sir?
Thank you, waiter.
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Uh-oh.
I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Go back into the corner, Henry. Yes? Me?
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this man of false!
Hang on, what? We switching over to a different character here? Yeah, I guess switch back to Goodwin, I guess. Makes sense.
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
True.
And what if we were to...
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say.
Incognito.
My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here...
Alright.
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Kuttenberg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
The last time was at Nabokov, and I'd be happy not to have to repeat it.
Ah, indeed. I have heard it was a very unequal fight.
That's a fact. No one was expecting von Bergau to turn up with that diabolical invention.
Diabolical, perhaps, but in my opinion, it shall be the future of warfare. Perhaps one day
Wow,
the generals will sit
kind
back
of.
drinking wine, while such devices shall wage war for them.
Do you reckon the defense of Kuttenberg would have gone better if you had them? Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you looking for friends among us?
Let us say rather that we have chosen a side. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzig
Yep.
Copula?
That man.
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him.
That's
He did
him.
not get off to a very good start.
Well, maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait,
Right about that.
a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzig Kobula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Excuse me. I'd better not drink.
Better communion wine than kosher, is it?
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here.
He's got a great
the question
voice,
remains,
the voice actor.
What to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Oh, here we go.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings?
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths, and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of
a male affair? So far, Godwins, Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her, and that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I suppose that's why
wish us both luck.
Liechtenstein is here.
Before the
He's
day
the
is
tactician.
over, the die
He's the
will
one
be
with the mind.
cast.
This is why we needed him.
Success to our plans.
One beer.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of...
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
Huh?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I'll talk to you later, Father. This is important.
You're in my home, so you'll talk to me first. What is it you want?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up, then. What are you doing here?
We'll talk later and in private. Right now, we have more important things to attend to.
Don't try my patience.
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
Sorry.
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
For God's sake.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame, as always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
How the hell did we end up in this situation?
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher would sort it out, you'll see.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Jūs tai ponieris vam nucertis.
What's wrong with your legs? Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a car through. Take the arm lower.
You're no match for me.
You're no match for me.
Hey, who taught you that? Did they teach you that in the seminary?
Ow.
Did they teach you that in the seminary?
You teach that. You teach that. Godwin's pretty overpowered. Come on, then.
Not bad for a priest.
Stand firm.
Who taught you that?
Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse.
Did they teach you that in the seminary?
Look in my eyes.
You're fast.
Not at my
You're
sword.
fast. I'm fast.
You don't
Not
know
bad
which
for a
end
priest.
of that thing is. Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist.
Shit! That was sneaky.
How many hits do you want to take?
Fucking hell! Sacre! You're fast. Hey, who taught you that? That was sneaky. Enough! That will do.
God be with you, neighbor.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. And the sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were.
Or bonding.
There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder?
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me and tell me what it's all about.
Do I have any choice?
If it's really that important.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Well, that was nice. All we needed was a little duel, and we've bonded. They're both upstairs, I think. Nope.
Look out!
Someone's upstairs, though.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips, and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund?
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeed in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
What about me? What about me as in, make me Lord Capon? Liechtenstein? Huh?
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
Well, it's not going to be me, is it?
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the Lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Harish can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Right.
Take a look at that.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Young Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide.
No.
I'm not going to support some
It's
bastard.
not like that.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal. I mean, with your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Bushek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yidka.
Bushek of Kunstadt? The Bushek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make
Nice.
me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parlaying skills.
Right, where to now? Back to him, is it?
Sir Bushek, your niece Yidka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstadt.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
I better not drink too much. But I better cheers with
Cheers
him.
to the beautiful Lady Yidka and the unhappy Lord Capon.
Here's to a good bargain.
Oh, I don't think I'll get too drunk. I drink anymore. Should be alright. Right, Anna of Waldstein. Where is Anna?
And that's exactly why we must...
Is she out here?
God be with you, my friend. Same to you.
Where's Anna? I can talk to Capon about it. Although Thingy was the one that wanted. Oh, there she is. Hanush was one that he wanted to talk to Capon instead of me first.
Everything all right?
I can't wait for it to end so we can...
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Who did you learn from? In my experience, women usually learn other skills.
I acquired the basics from my husband. God rest his soul. And the rest I learnt quickly, as soon as others started sniffing around his estate. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Common
Yeah.
Alder.
Ah,
Now,
here we go.
if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Haman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband. And the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
Right. Let's go down to the saddlebags.
Take a look at that. A nice
Oh. You coming? There's a dog there. I think someone nearly saw...
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm waiting here for you.
Oh, how's that?
I've been watching you for a while. And I have
Confess
a
to
feeling
me.
you do well to talk a little. In conspectu Dei.
Who in God's name are you?
In God's name indeed. I'm a priest, and I know a wretched sinner when I see one.
Is it that obvious? Christ above.
Don't blaspheme. It'll help you more to confess.
And in the morning, when I met him, I swore I never laid eyes on his daughter, even though my back was scratched raw from our roll in the hay.
That's a mortal sin. Lying with a woman that you're not joined with in holy matrimony. And then lying about it too. That's already 2 commandments broken for the price of 1.
I'll go to hell for that, won't I?
You won't. As long as you repent. Be contrite, fast and pray. 10 Our Fathers. Ego te absolvo.
I'll start right away. Thank you, Father.
Right. Now I wonder if his scholarship skill was like just that high because I'm Godwin, or is it like kind of entwined with Henry as well? All the leveling up.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink.
I'd like to, but I'm afraid I've had more than my fill already. I wouldn't want to cause a scandal.
Wise. No matter, I shall drink a toast alone.
Right, back to Lichtenstein. There you are.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goals to the successful conclusion of the negotiation.
Okay, this is a bit bugged out.
This supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir
This has happened a few times now recently.
Support our cause.
With like the invisible people and
Good heavens,
glitching
what did
into
you
each
promise
other.
them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka,
here we go.
will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
What?
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzik,
Sorry, Capon.
and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Where's my hat gone?
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse,
Yeah, you better not mention what you've been involved in.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here.
I don't know why,
Our
but
throat has become
it looks like Theoden
rather
from Lord of the
dry.
Rings.
And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These counselors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
Alright.
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all
Do you want a
sides.
drink? Nope.
Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt.
What now? Yes.
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
No bow?
You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
Yeah, should I leave? What now?
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Raposh. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
Again?
No. We shall have white.
Oh. Alright.
Had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly. If Raposh falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
No, sire. It would be inappropriate for me to drink with you. I apologize.
As you wish. To your health, Marquardt. And to our upcoming victory.
Are we drunk? Yep. Just a bit.
Hunger, poverty, and plague. It's too much for a man to take. Even men of faith are cowering, faced by evil overpowered.
Seems like it didn't really matter how much I drank anyway. It was gonna happen no matter what.
You in need of something, my wild friend? I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows. Touching. Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Not a bit. I'm just a cynical old pragmatist.
In that case, in quite simple and pragmatic terms, the wine has run out.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friend.
In the basement?
And left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and...
You can bet on it.
I don't doubt...
Well, the jug of wine... Let's talk to someone else first. The jug of wine has to be... Not gonna be in this room, surely.
Was just beginning.
I mean, is that a jug? Probably a jug, is it?
Begging to be eaten. I couldn't resist you either.
I will clear my name. I will charge the enemy.
How'd you like a wine, Sir?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted? Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
So you're not too keen on our stuff?
Comment dire? Let us say you still have much work ahead. If you try hard, you may have some decent wine to celebrate The second coming of Christ.
Begging to be eaten. I couldn't resist either. When it comes to of state, he splashes out like
Find that jug. Okay, wrong way then. It's a tin pitcher, is it? No, once again, it's not a jug.
Come on, someone will see us.
Hey?
What?
They won't. Come here.
Hello? Did it just say pour potion then?
Oh yeah. Keep going.
What the?
I'm filled with you just fall in. I couldn't resist you either.
Scrubbing that floor.
Could be down here, right? Aha.
The rat'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Roothard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Doesn't look too good.
Come on in, sir. There's one
No,
of
no, wait. What are you doing?
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
So you! Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! Can't make it over you in a flash! Now
Right, where's my brother?
More of them! Go to hell!
Where is my brother?
Stand your ground!
Ow. Ow. Ow.
What are those fancy moves, for fuck's sake?
There he is.
You got him! I like your
Who is hitting me? Oh.
Great! They're coming! Brace yourselves!
This Henry?
handy. Good. Take that. Kill him. You're dead.
I'm here. No need to worry.
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me. Did my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard.
Ah.
And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't
Really?
stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother. But only almost. Good work.
You have a brother? Where is he?
Killed
He's
Anna.
upstairs in the hall. He's alive.
She must have been down there. Was she down there in the courtyard? Was
Try to defend
the
her.
guards run up into the building?
That old badger's not worth the trouble.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally. The same as Rutard and Botchek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I won't give up on the fucker either. We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghout took them.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
And what am I supposed to do? Can I help somehow?
You've done enough, don't you think?
And I'm sure Liechtenstein can't wait to find out what was discussed at the city council.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews. Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know.
Horrible.
So many dead. For nothing.
They dragged Lord Odorin who knows where, and almost killed his son too. But why, Lady Anne? What did you do to him? He couldn't even defend himself.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Oh, okay, he just gave me some groschen for some reason. Alright.
Even a man
I wasn't
like
asking
you can't know
for
everything.
money. That's
At
okay,
least
I'll
you're all
take it.
alive.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein, and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We can't give up now. It would only show Sigismund that he has nothing to fear.
Exactly. This is a test, and an opportunity to show that we stand by our allies. Whatever the cost.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Jesus Christ. The best thing we can do is
Should not come here.
You did.
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. That makes two of us.
Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the master's
Oh yeah,
symbol
he did.
engraved
Yeah.
there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
Do you think it's really going to be that bad? Isn't it just scaremongering?
Wake up, Henry. That rabble is capable of anything. It would not be the first time. They would pillage their own neighbors if they could. But if they do it to us, they will not be punished.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well. We should get going right away.
Let's not waste time.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw
Where have you
Sigismund
been?
horsemen and feared the worst.
I forgot about him.
What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat.
Yeah, well, you're a bit too
And I
late.
see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course, I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then. Let's go.
Perish. Can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't you worry. These are some sturdy hands. I promise we will save you, Ma. No one will touch a single hair on her beautiful head.
What the hell are you babbling about?
What? Well, I'm imagining she's pretty. It makes me more willing to put my neck on the line for her.
Stop with the nonsense already. All of you, I beg you.
Jesus. I was just trying to lighten the mood. We might all kick the bucket in a short while.
Oh, damn it, Kuttenberg. Shut the hell up. Seriously.
I didn't say all that much. Anyway. Can't you make the horses go a little faster, Grandpa? If this carries on, somebody's going to start sobbing.
Samuel, how... What was the story with your mother and Martin?
Do you really want to talk about this right now?
Well, it may be the last chance we get. We could both be dead in a while.
All right. But like I said, I never actually knew Martin. He once came to Kuttenberg and fell in love with my mother. But she is the daughter of a rabbi. Obviously, she could not marry a goy.
And tonight, you will see why.
If you want, Mame will surely tell you more. If we can get there in time. What was he like? I mean, Martin.
He was a good man.
Seriously. Whip those fucking horses.
All right. Schnell. Schnell.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here.
Yeah, we can't get too
we cannot
close.
drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sheol.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough.
Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
I would be happier if we could do without it.
We all would, lad. But it has been decided as punishment for our many sins.
Our sins? Ours? What the fuck did we do to these people?
Halt! I heard something.
Don't hear anything. Move on. What? What's going on? We moving? Right. Don't know what he heard. He's just paranoid. Understandable. What, this way? That way? Are we just sitting here waiting again? Maybe he's thinking about which way to go? That's not this way, because that said there's an invisible... Oh, okay, no. It is that way. There's an invisible wall there. What? Huh? What the fuck? What's this about? Oh, I have to follow them, do I? Right, we're going that way. Oh, no. I think they're lost. They don't know which way to go.
We should split up here. Me and the rabbi will go this way to the shul. We have to take the Torah and warn everyone.
What about us?
You keep going straight ahead and then to the left. You'll get right to the King Solomon Tavern. Gather up all the secret documents and wait for us.
Shouldn't someone come with you, just in case? How about Kubyenka here? Henry and I can handle it.
Well, if you insist.
Was that all the contempt you could muster up?
Well, good luck. We'll see you up there.
Follow me. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
How can a few pieces of parchment be that important? And what do they contain, anyway?
Nothing very pleasant for the most part. Who hates who? Who could be blackmailed with what? Who's hiding where and why? In short, nothing I can afford to lose. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now?
Are you afraid?
Me? Do you have any idea how many times I've had to run from a burning town or deal with a hired assassin?
More than once, I reckon.
A lot more, I can tell you. But I admit, I was afraid every single time. Damn it.
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this. Somebody else must have got in.
I'll go upstairs and see if anyone is still there.
I hope so. If they took any, I'll gather up my things in the meantime.
Sounds like someone's fighting. Moses. Well, he was a murderer, I suppose, so he got what was coming. No one in there. Alright. Suppose I'm a bit too loud with my armor on.
Show what you're made of!
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right.
Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them. I'm really sorry about your friends. We got here too late.
There was nothing you could do. Benavis Hamartes. This Eric is really pissing me off. I've never laid eyes on him, yet I cannot wait to wring his neck.
All right, we got what we came for, so we better get out of here, eh?
I'm sure Mama is waiting for us. We have to take her to the shul.
You go ahead. I'll lock the tavern and block the secret passageway so no one else can get in.
But sir, if any more of them come here,
I can take care of myself. Now go. God be with you.
Where is Samuel's brother? What? In here? Why is he just kind of like Slavic squatting in the open there?
Oh, Himmel! What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott! What happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded. Let's go now. We're out of time.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
My name is Henry, and I'm a friend of Sam's. I was the one who warned him Sigismund was coming for you.
Thank you. I just hope we can escape before...
Watch out! More are coming! Run to the back. It might be safer there.
What's going on?
Sam, are you all right?
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe. Now run!
We have to get to the synagogue. But how?
Through the backyards. Follow me. Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them!
One. Oh my god, I shot the wood there. Ow. Load. They're not gone. Okay, that one's running.
Through the yards. That is Judith and Lev. Can you help them?
Oh shit. Where did it load? I did not mean to do that. I should have maybe just shot him. I said that I could speak to him. Oopsie.
Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them! They're gone. We have to keep going. Through the yards. Help! Help us!
what?
No. Fuck's sake.
I've been waiting for you. Useless.
Want to save you.
Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on, load.
Jim, they're gone. We have to keep going. For the yards! That is you to the left. Can you help them?
Please leave her alone or what?
I'm gonna hit her though.
Oh, blood, yeah! What are those fancy moves? Kill them! For fuck's sake! Keine Gnade!
Run ahead. Wait for me.
We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go this way. Through the house.
Fucking meine Kurva!
Come, Mummy. Do your work.
Mummy, are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you, mein Kind?
I'm still alive. We can talk later. Now, we have to go.
Come on! What the hell?
What is it, fuckers? Rather slaughter women and the defenseless?
Let's go! What's going on up there?
Go inside. Quick. To the fucking task.
I've never been so glad to see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No, I just don't want to die here alone.
There they are.
Well, now we're really fucked.
Mustn't get inside. We have to hold them back. For how long, though? As long as we need to.
This is... Oh, holy shit. Look how many there are. Fuck me. This is hype, though.
Come and get another. Take that fucker out, damn it! Smack him on the head! Or you'll be sorry!
Burn in hell!
You won't need that nice strike!
Fucking hell. Can't really help you guys at the minute. I'm too busy with my own troubles. Oh, that was not timed well.
You fight like an old hag!
Bash him on the head! I need a hand here! Bash him on the head! That won't work.
Come on! Everyone's inside! Henry, come on!
Let's go!
Uh-oh. Oh, that was close. Really thought he was going to get shot there.
God more me.
Let's go. It's this way.
The story really has turned up a dial here.
Damn. That was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel's mother and talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance. Are you alright?
I'm fine, lad. I thank you for everything.
I know this might not be the best time, but do you think we could talk about Martin?
What? You know my Martin?
I do. He's, well, he's my father.
Bori Hashem.
I mean, not actually by blood, but he raised me.
Meins is kindele. Tell me, how is he?
He died. It's only been a few months.
Oh, the hen of Shutzurara, it's Roy Hayem.
Sigismund burned down my village. Pa went to help Ma and... well, they both died there.
I am sorry to hear that, lad. But that is the Martin I knew. He always put others first. At least you survived. That would make Martin happy.
I'm sorry I don't have better news to give you.
Do not worry about it. I am just sad he died before he could meet some well.
Is everything all right?
Yes, do not worry. We were just talking about Martin.
And what about you? Did you find another man?
No, never.
Not for a lack of suitors, though.
But we saw them all off pretty quickly. Isn't that right, mein Sohn?
But why would Martin leave you?
My Martin would never leave me. My father found out we were seeing each other and did his best to drive him away. To marry a Goy is Isur de Oreisa. Forbidden. But Martin would not give in, and we kept seeing each other. Until one day, I was ubore.
That means pregnant.
Yes. My father knew that if word got out, he would not be able to avoid the shame. So he did not miss a beat and took me out of town in secret. I did not even have time to tell Martin the news. I was gone for almost 4 years. In the meantime, my father told everyone that he had married me off. but my husband died. And he only let me come back when he was sure people had accepted it.
How did you meet Martin, if I may ask?
It was such a long time ago. He wanted to open a blacksmith shop in town, but there was no place among your people, so he tried his luck in our quarter.
And that's where he met you?
The rabbi gathered the good men so they could decide whether we wanted to have a goy blacksmith. And Martin wouldn't stop looking at me all night. Then it went Schlag auf Schlag.
All right. That's about it.
Before you go, tell me, what was Martin like as a father?
Well, he was strict with me, but not too much. Especially in the forge, he worked me hard. So I dream about him quite often. About that last day and what he said to me while we were forging a sword together. He said a life of adventure can be over before it begins. And that blacksmithing might be a dull job, but I'll keep my head on my neck.
He was absolutely right.
Well, look at me now.
You saved all our lives. Martin would be proud of you. He raised you well.
I'm sorry to keep you this long, but... well, I never thought I'd have a brother, even if not related by blood.
Well, I did not expect that either. And thank you, my almost brother. If it was not for you, I do not know how today would have ended. What are your plans now?
I'll go back to the Devil's Den. To Zizka and the others. We need to figure out what to do next.
I will see you there then. But first, I have to escort everyone to Colleen. I do not want anything to happen to them on the way.
Everything should be all right now.
Take care of yourselves, dear brother. I will see you this time tomorrow at the Devil's Den.
Have a safe journey.
Sei gesund.
Lion's Den. Can I go back into? Where is that? Can I complete that quest? I don't think I can because Rose is the daughter of what's his name? Oh, Ruthard. And he's been taken. It doesn't seem to be appearing anywhere. Talk to the bailiff. I can go back into Kuttenberg. But yeah, it seems like that quest is... It hasn't failed, but it's off limits right now. Got that to do as well. Next time we'll start ticking off some side quests again. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. I think it's a good place to leave it. Ooh. I think yeah, definitely the story's turned up a dial there. Got really interesting. I don't know how much longer there is of the main story. But yeah, I did not expect it all to kind of go down this way. Especially, like, it all kind of just seemed very much all calm, but I suppose it's the calm before the storm, right? That's what's happened. And I was, you know, in disguise, incognito in there. And it's switching back in between Godwin and Henry. All calm. But I like the switch up. I'm looking forward to the rest. But I'll see you next time.